Good morning, students. Today's questions in statistics 4 to 7. Uh, Copy these questions in your record books. So let's just start the class. Calculate standard deviation from the following data. It is question number 4. We have already finished question 1, 2, 3. This is the fourth one. So the data they have given here is respiratory rate in respirations per minute. Those are 23, 22, 20, 24, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 21. These are 9 variables they have given. So by this data, you need to calculate the ST. First, we should know the mean. Then we will be knowing the standard deviation. First, let us draw a table in the first column. So actually the formula for standard deviation we all know here is the sum of square of mean difference into n minus 1 square root. So when we put these values in a table in a first column, we are writing the serial number, so the total number of variables are 9. So n is 9. B, the variables what they have given in a question, and the average is, so the variables when we add up it comes to 180. So the average is the total and divided by the number of variables, that is 180 divided by 9, so it's 20. Mean difference here x minus x bar, x is variable and the x bar is 20. So for each variable, we are calculating x minus x bar, like 23 minus 20 is 3, 22 minus 20 is 2, like that for all the 9 values. So 18 minus 20 is minus 2. When we do total, irrespective of plus and minus, it comes to 20. So the mean is 20. And in the last column, we are doing x minus x bar square. We need this to calculate the standard deviation. So for each value, 3 into 3 is 9, 2 into 2, 4. So like that, the values are here. And the total and the sum of x minus x bar square is 60. These are the same steps what we did in a table, like a sum of values 180, number of variables 9, mean is 20, mean difference of each variable we calculated, and again square of mean difference for each variable we calculated, and also the sum of square of mean difference, that is 60. Now standard deviation according to the formula, square root of 60 divided by 8. 8 is n minus 1, that is 9 minus 1. So when the variables are less than 30, we take n minus 1. If they are 30 or more than 30, we take only n. So SD is 2.74. So the standard deviation for the data of respiratory rate given is 2.74 respirations per minute. Question number 5. Calculate the mean, standard deviation, and also coefficient of variation of the following observation on weight of children aged 18 to 21 months in kgs. So here the weight in kgs. So it is also like a previous question where we calculated mean and standard deviation. But in this question we are calculating coefficient of variation. So I think the values are 30 here. Let's draw the table. So here are the basic steps how to calculate the mean. We already discussed, but just let us go through the steps. First, calculate calculate the total number of observations, calculate the sum of the values, and also the calculate the average, which is equal to sum of all values divided by total number of observations. So the mean is sum of all observations divided by number of observations. So the steps to calculate a standard deviation. So the formula is this. Just go through the steps briefly. And according to the formula, we will be calculating standard deviation. Here the number of observations, if they are less than 30, then the denominator is n minus 1, which is known as basis correction. So the table, the serial number n here is 30. The variables we calculated here, but the mean sum of all observations and number of observations, that is 247. The total sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations are 30. It is 8.233. So this is x bar, and the next column we are doing x minus x bar for each variable, then x minus x bar square for each variable. So the sum of x minus x bar square is 69.37. So the standard deviation is square root of 69.37 divided by 30. Here it is 1.521. So we know the mean and also we know the standard deviation. Now we are calculating CV, that is coefficient of variation. The formula for this is standard deviation divided by mean, which is 1.521 divided by 8.233. It is 0.18. So the coefficient of variation is, the CV is 0.18 for a given data. Sixth question. In two series of measurements of height in adults aged 21 years or above and length of children 3 months old, the following values are obtained. Find which group shows greater variation. So here they have given already the mean height and also the ST for two groups. We are comparing these two groups, and also we have to calculate which group shows greater variation. So the adult group, the mean height is 160 centimeter and ST is 10 centimeter. For children's group, mean height is 60 centimeter and ST is 5 centimeters. So let us calculate the variance. Like a CV, what we have calculated in a previous question, that is coefficient of variation, that is CV is equal to standard deviation divided by mean. So for two groups, they already given standard deviation and also the mean. First we need to calculate for adults group. The CV is 6%. Here we are calculating in a percentage. So that is why we are using multiplication with 100. So for children's group, ST divided by mean into 100 is equal to 8%. So CV for adult group is 6%, CV for children's group is 8%. So what does that indicate? We obviously know by this formula, CV in children is more than CV in adult group. So hence the group of 3-month-old children shows greater variation. So it means if the CV is more, it indicates the variation is also more. The seventh question. In a series of boys, the mean systolic blood pressure was 120 and ST was 10. In the same series, mean height and ST were 160 centimeters and 5 centimeters. Find the variable which shows greater variation. This is also like a same previous question, but here they have given with the same group. They have taken two components. One is systolic blood pressure and another is height. So first you need to construct a 2 into 2 table. So they have already given HD for a first group is 120. Sorry, the mean was 120 and SD was 10. For the second group for height, the mean was 160 and SD was 5. So just use the just refer the previous question and do this as a homework. Write in a record books the same seventh question also. Thank you.